this edition of By No Means a Chef. I'm your host, Monique, and today I am making what is probably in the history of By No Means a Chef, and maybe even the history of recipes in general, the easiest thing ever. We're making a simple fruit salad. I'm going to call it Mo's fruit salad just because I haven't seen this combination anywhere, but I doubt that I've made anything, super duper new, but that's what we're going to call it this time. And our ingredients are simple. We have fresh strawberries, seedless green grapes, you can use the purple ones if you like, and pineapple. That's about it. Oh, that's not true. We do have one surprise ingredient that I'm going to add later on that really takes this recipe up a notch. But just as with anything else that you'll ever see on By No Means a Chef, feel free to throw in there anything else that you like and make it your own. So sometimes when I make this salad, I'll put in raspberries or blueberries. So that's also good as well. But any fruit that you think would go well with this combination, have at it. So those are your ingredients. I can't say let's get cooking like we usually do. Let's just say let's get mixing. Okay, so first we're going to start off by obviously washing all of your fruits. So I've already did that. Figured you didn't need to see me over at the sink doing that. So I'm going to start off with the strawberries. And you can see I got most of them already cut up here. And basically you just take it, you cut the head of it off at the top. And then I'm just going to quarter them. So cutting them into fours. This kind of helps stretch out your fruit salad a little bit. Some of the ways that you can serve this, this is good as a quick, breakfast. It's good as a side dish to your dinner meals. I've done that quite a bit. It is good for just a quick snack for your kids or for yourself. And then, of course, it's always good to pour champagne over it. I love that too. So, got all my strawberries cut up here in the bowl. I've rinsed off all of my grapes and just mix that in there. And then next we're going to dice up this beautiful pineapple. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Alrighty, so here we are with our pineapple. A lot of people will look at this. If you don't know how to cut it up, it could look quite intimidating, but it's very, very easy. So we're going to start with turning it on its side. You're going to cut the top of it off. Make sure that your knife is nice and sharp. If you're using this fruit salad for a display, this is a good piece to hold on to. I oftentimes will incorporate this into the tray just to make it look really nice. So we'll just put that off to the side. And you take your pineapple, put the flat side down, and just going to take your knife and just basically cut off the sides all around. Try to get as much of the little brown parts off as you possibly can, just because that's not a tasty part to eat on. But you're going to cut all the way around your pineapple. And usually when I'm doing this, I have two knives. So I have this big knife that is quite sharp. I've had this thing for a while, but it's very, very sharp. My favorite knife. And then I also have a much smaller knife because we're going to use that to cut out the core of the pineapple. Alright, so now we have our pineapple. You might see some little green pieces that you need to go back through and just try to clean those off because you don't want those hard pieces in your fruit salad. Okay, turn it again on its side, cut off the other end. Okay, scoot that to the side. So as I mentioned, you have this little core piece, which is this little hard piece in the middle. Take your other knife, your smaller knife, skinnier knife, whatever you want to call it. We're so technical here, I know. Anyway, so you're going to cut around it as close as you can. I usually try to create like a little octagon shape, I guess you could say, around that core of the pineapple. Try to get as close to it as you can. That way you're not wasting a lot of the good part. So you do that on that side. And if you're able to see your lines on the bottom part, you can kind of connect the dots, if you will, to make it come out a lot easier. And once you have that done, it's really just a matter of taking your thumb. You can see where I cut it around there. Same on that side. Taking your thumb and just push it right on out. And your core pops out. And there you have it. And you can use this. Sometimes I will just put this, like if I'm making a punch or a sangria, I'll just put this right in it and let all the juices from the core just soak into whatever it is that I'm making. All right, we're going to be right back. Let me clean up a little bit of this mess, and then I'll show you how to cut up the rest of this pineapple. Okay, so here we are with our pineapple. Now, I have to say this, because one of the things I'm always talking about on By No Means a Chef is looking for the easiest way to do something, right? So, of course, if you like, you don't have to buy the whole pineapple. You can get the pineapples in a can that are already, you know, cubed up or diced up and use those. But for me, I don't know, they just don't taste the same, so I choose to go with a whole pineapple, or a fresh pineapple. So anyway, we have our cored pineapple here. So basically, I'm just going to cut it into quarters. All right. Actually, it's going to be even more than that now that I think about it. Just cut them into thin, somewhat thin strips. And then we're going to cut those and dice them up to put into the rest of our mixture here. So once you have all of these cut up like this, you just run your knife through it. And you have nice pineapple chunks. Looks just like the ones in the can. It just tastes so much sweeter and so much better than the canned ones. So I would highly recommend that you use the whole pineapple. All right, and there you have that. And again, you just go ahead and just mix it in with the rest of your ingredients in the bowl. And right after this, you could put in, again, those other items that I talked about, you know, whether or not you choose to put in blueberries or raspberries, blackberries. All of those are good. I've tried all of those in this salad, and it tasted absolutely fabulous. So another thing I meant to mention earlier with the grapes, have you ever tried frozen grapes? Oh my gosh, so good. So I'd like to just put them in the freezer. You wash them off and stick them in the freezer, and they're good as a nice little snack. You know, as you're going around, you might get a craving for something sweet. You just reach in the freezer and grab one of those. And as always, and guys, don't think I'm an alcoholic. I'm really not. But to grab some frozen grapes and put them in your drinks. They kind of serve as ice cubes, and they soak up, you know, whatever it is that you're drinking. And makes it so, so good. So you might want to try that as well. All right, so we have all of our pineapples in here. And you can grab yourself a big spoon, or if you're one of those down-home cookers and you want to put your hands in it, feel free to do that too. I'm going to grab a spoon though. And take your spoon and just mix it all up. Sometimes what I'll do is I have a big bowl that has a lid on it. So I'll just put it all in the big bowl, put the lid on it, and just do a shake and bake type thing. Just shake it all up. But this isn't my bowl with the lid, so we're going to try to make it look nice and professional. And we're going to use a spoon to mix it. So once it's all the way mixed, that's when you come back with the secret ingredient. Are you guys ready? Okay. So my secret ingredient, let me grab my cutting board, is, and for those friends of mine who have had my fruit salad, they're probably like, okay, yeah, girl, it's not a secret anymore. But for those who haven't, the secret ingredient is fresh mint. I don't know what it is about the mint that, again, takes this fruit salad just to another level. But I absolutely love the flavor that it gives. And again, once you start, you know, pouring champagne or whatever over it, it kind of gives it that little mojito taste, I guess you could say, with the mint in it. So right now what I'm doing is just pulling the leaves off the stem. I don't want any of the stem inside the fruit salad. So just pull those all off. And then you're basically just going to dice it. Chop it all up with your knife. Get it as fine as you can possibly get it. And then once you do all of that, you're just going to sprinkle it on top of the fruit salad. And then, again, mix it very, very thoroughly. so that it's all throughout the salad. And again, you want to get this as small as you can. Some people will look at it and first thing they say is, what the heck is the little green specks in there? And then they taste it and they're like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. So try to make it as small as you can because you don't want anyone chewing on a big leaf of mint, right? And if you are able to, wash off your mint and let it dry, you just kind of want to blot it with a paper towel and let it dry before you cut it. It kind of makes it a little bit easier to spread around and sprinkle on your fruit salad. But mine is a little wet, but it's all good. We're going to still get it all throughout. All right. So, there's our mint. So now we're just going to, again, sprinkle this all throughout and on top of the salad. And then just stir it all up nice and good. Got it all over my fingers. It smells so good. The pineapple and the mint, it's just something about it. It's really, really good. So, again, go to the website. Check out some of our other recipes. If you have another recipe for fruit salad, I know there are tons of them out there. Please shoot us an email with your recipe. You can shoot it to us on Facebook. We'd love to have your recipe featured as another dish on By No Means a Chef. So, that is pretty much it. Easy peasy, huh? So here you have it. Mo's fruit salad. Smells wonderful, looks wonderful, and tastes even better. But you got to make it to taste it, and I encourage you to do so. So thank you again for joining us on this episode of By No Means a Chef. Visit the website, www.bynomeansachef.com. Send us your feedback. Let us know your thoughts on this recipe or any of the other ones. We'd love to hear it. And until next time, take care.